I check on my marigolds, and I just look around and allow that light, that sunlight to hit my eyes so that I remember that I am a living human being. I'm not a digital avatar.
Maybe we are. We don't know. At least
I've seen,
I wouldn't be so I don't know.
well, don't you have a cartoon of you on your Instagram, so you might be an avatar, but I'm gonna break out of that.
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, this morning I always go for a walk every day, right? This morning I
Oh,
just went for my usual walk. I decided to take another route. There's a
hmm.
river nearby. I need to walk like 10, 15 minutes, but I just went there, sat in the bench and look at the river. Like it feels like a reset button, just washes all of your worries away. But then you need to you need to go
Yeah.
back at some point. You need to go back.
Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty healthy. Now tell me,
Mm.
how do you get yourself motivated to take that 15-minute walk, and how did it start?
Oh, okay. That's a what gets me motivated. It's is the
A cute girl by the lake.
I wish it's the consequence of not doing it. To be honest,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yes, that's the same reason why I exercises, like the
Hmm.
consequences of not doing it, because I know if I don't do those things, I'm just
Hmm.
gonna get cranky and
Hmm.
moody throughout the day, and
Hmm.
no one deserves that. I don't deserve that. If I can fix that just by going for a walk every day and lifting some weights, why not? At the end of the day,
Yes.
I still gonna live longer then, so why not? Just
Well, that's fantastic. So you do have some health routines instilled in your day. That's fantastic. You're ahead
yeah.
of the game.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Good.
Yeah, because a lot of people aren't moving. They're saying they're going to move. I mean, I get it. I've been the person that has not had time to move, or the 60 hours a week, right? I thought that was more important, that my boss's happiness and approval of me was more important than my health.
Oh.
It was an incorrect belief. And the one thing that I got to learn during that time was I get to change my mind, and I get to renege on promises. And the promise was I'm going to work 60 hours a week. And then I said, nope, I'm not doing that anymore. And my life expectancy increased, but my happiness increased too, because I was able to get walks in. And you did two things here. So you're taking the walk, but you had some time to sit down and just contemplate the river.
But I feel
Like
guilty
that.
about it. It's like,
Do you?
I'm wasting time. I could be doing something else. There's the anxiety, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say that you could look at it from a neuroscience perspective. So that reset button that you're talking about, it really is every time that we take a breath, that we slow down, that we stop and look out, especially of a creative content creator. Like, you have to be creative.
Mm.
You can't be creative unless you give your brain that reset. So that is actually part of your job, is to go out and to reset. And what you're doing is, when you're sitting down and just looking at the river and you're allowing thoughts to just pass, it's becoming this meditation. You are activating outside of the reptilian fight or flight part of the brain and into the cognitive part of the brain that's going, what do I want to create next? Oh, I was just thinking about the color yellow, and it made me think of this new thing that I could bring up in my next podcast. Or and then you just go, you're resetting. That is part of the solution.
Yeah, yeah. Have you watched The Shining?
Hmm.
Do you remember? I mean,
Is that what you do when you don't take a walk? All work and no play makes Brew a very angry, angry man. Like, is that what you do? Like, your cats get nervous. Oh God, he hasn't taken a walk yet. I can see he's getting crazy eyes. He's gonna feast on us. I just know it.
yes.
Those poor cats.
But yeah, I'm not joking. I learned that from The Shining. I was like,
Wow.
bro, like I guess this movie has a point. I need to relax from
That
time to time. I'm not joking.
that was your aha moment. The
Yes.
scariest movie on earth. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, at least you can create goodness from all things. That is a really scary movie. I saw it when I was way too young. I should not have seen that movie, and it was like, ah. But yeah, all work and no play makes Brew a what was it? Makes a doll boy, makes
Something
Jack a
like
doll
that.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Pages and pages of it.
But I watched the movie with someone who actually read the book, and the whole
Hmm.
time they're just trashing the movie. It's like, they don't explain that in the movie. The movie's so bad. It's like, what are you talking about? This is terrifying. And apparently the book's 10 times more. It's like, I'm not reading that. I'm sorry.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stephen King is quite a reader. I've tried to read Christine 2 times in my teens. First of all, I have a highly sensitive imagination.
Hmm.
So the last scary movie I watched, I was 18 and my boyfriend I had very strict parents. And I insisted that he walk me up to my bedroom and leave all the lights on the house because no one was home. It was Rosemary's Baby. And that was like, I'm done. Never doing
Oh,
that
it's a
again
good
because it will
one.
just oh my, so you like scary movies?
Yeah.
Oh, no, no. My husband's like, "Please, can we watch Jaws?" And I'm like, "No, because 'cause we'll never go in the ocean again." That's how it works with me, and maybe not the pool. But Stephen King is, he's not one of my favorite writers for fiction. He's very detailed, and so I guess that's what she's saying. There's so many or he was saying, there's so many details that you can't get in the movie. His nonfiction books, which you might enjoy, the one called On Writing is really good, and it's just great for creatives to think outside of the box and how you can create routines around writing or anything else that you're doing.
On writing, Stephen King.
Hmm.
Let's share the screen here with the audience real quick. Um, screen share. There we go. A memoir of the craft. Okay, so it's nonfiction. I didn't know he writes nonfiction as well. That's
I think he
interesting.
only wrote one, and it's phenomenal. He's a very good writer. He was very angry in it though because some guy hit him. Like he was walking along a main road. Speaking of like in Maine, the state of Maine, and some guy bent down, was driving past him, bent down to get a candy bar. And when he looked up, he hit Stephen King, and Stephen King was in the hospital for like 6 months or something. And in this, he still hasn't processed it. And he's just so bitter about that. He's like, I don't forgive him. But the rest of the book is fantastic because it's just a look inside the mind of a genius. And how do you become a genius? When someone comes to my house and sees all of the projects that I've done, and even that I speak different languages, or when they come to your house and you play guitar and they're like, "How are you doing?" It's blowing their mind. They may think that we have genius tendencies, but we don't. We just were able to create habits that worked well for us, that created something outside of the matrix.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, behind all geniuses, there's just plenty of hard work, you know.
Mm.
Unless I don't know,
Smart work. Yeah.
smart work. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Um, Talking about smart work, I would like to go back about and talk a little bit more about homesteading.
Mhm.
Why are you talking about it? I thought about this IKEA effect. Have you heard about it?
Maybe not.
I think it's called the IKEA effect. It's when so IKEA is this shop, right? For those listening who don't know, is where you go to buy furniture. There's a lot of them here in Europe. There must be in the US.
Oh,
Is there IKEA in
lot.
the US? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So it's you guys know what I'm talking about.